In a corner of the universe where science and spirituality intertwine, one of humanity's most intriguing questions emerges. How does quantum physics, the most enigmatic branch of modern science, connect with the spiritual principles we have followed for centuries? Quantum physics speaks of particles that behave like waves, of multiple realities, and of the observer's influence on the universe, concepts that seem drawn from ancient philosophical texts. Quantum physics challenges our perception of the physical world. It tells us that atoms, the building blocks of matter, are not as solid as we believe. In fact, at their core, there is more emptiness than substance. Interestingly, this idea is not new. Eastern philosophies such as Buddhism have long spoken of the void as the origin of all existence. Is it possible that, within this void, science and spirituality find a common language? The concept of quantum entanglement also offers us a fascinating bridge. This phenomenon suggests that two particles, even when separated by vast distances, are instantly connected. If we think in terms of spirituality, isn't this the same invisible connection that unites all living beings? Ancient spiritual teachings speak of unity, of how everything is interconnected. Quantum physics seems to confirm what we already intuited. Another intriguing concept is the collapse of the wave function, where the act of observing a particle determines its state. This principle resonates not only in science, but also in spiritual practices like meditation. These teachings invite us to focus our attention and become aware, suggesting that our perception can influence the reality around us. Is science rediscovering what spirituality has always known? Quantum theory proposes the possibility of parallel universes, where each decision creates a new timeline. This multiverse not only fascinates scientists, but also connects with the spiritual concept of simultaneous lives or reincarnations. Many spiritual traditions teach that the soul experiences multiple realities at once, a striking parallel with quantum physics. As we delve deeper into this connection, more questions arise. Spirituality speaks of a universal energy, a force that flows through everything. In quantum physics, this concept resembles the quantum field, a vast sea of energy where all particles exist as possibilities before manifesting. Perhaps this energy is the foundation of the universal consciousness that many traditions describe. However, not everything is mystical. Advances in quantum physics also have practical applications. Quantum computing, for example, promises to revolutionize our technology. But even here, we can find a spiritual link. Quantum computers do not think linearly, but rather in multiple possibilities simultaneously. A perfect metaphor for the intuitive thought that spiritual philosophies so highly value. What role does consciousness play in all this? Many scientists believe that the mind might be connected to the universe at a quantum level. If true, could our consciousness have a direct impact on the physical world? From prayers to energy healing practices, spiritual traditions have explored the power of the mind for centuries. Science now seems to follow this path. Imagine for a moment that we are creators of our own reality, not symbolically, but literally. Quantum physics suggests that by observing the world, we shape it. This principle aligns with the law of attraction, a popular idea in spirituality that states we attract what we focus our energy on. Could science validate this concept? One of the most intriguing questions concerns the nature of time. For quantum physics, time is not linear, but a flexible concept. This relates to spiritual thinking, which suggests that past, present, and future occur simultaneously. Perhaps this connection invites us to rethink our relationship with time and live with greater presence. Looking inward, we discover that our bodies are also quantum microcosms. Every cell vibrates with energy, and every atom in our body follows the laws of quantum mechanics. Spirituality teaches us that we are a reflection of the universe, and quantum physics seems to corroborate this, showing that we are part of an infinite, interconnected whole. The search for answers in quantum physics and spirituality is not a journey that ends with a conclusion. Instead, it is an invitation to explore. Both disciplines, although different in their approaches, lead us in the same direction. a deeper understanding of ourselves and the cosmos. Perhaps the union of these two perspectives is the key to unlocking the greatest mysteries of existence. And here, I pause to remind you, if you're enjoying this content, don't forget to leave a like. It helps us immensely to reach more people who, like you, are fascinated by these topics. Now, let's continue. The idea that the universe is composed of pure energy is central to both quantum physics and spirituality. According to Einstein's equation, E=mc2, matter is simply a concentrated form of energy. Spiritual traditions have spoken for centuries about subtle energies such as chi, prana, or spirit. If all matter is energy, then we too are manifestations of this same primordial force. One fascinating aspect of quantum mechanics is the wave-particle duality. Subatomic particles can behave as physical particles or as waves of energy depending on how they are observed. This suggests that reality is not fixed, but malleable. Spiritual teachings invite us to consider that the world we perceive is an illusion, a creation of our mind. Could science be validating this idea? Heisenberg's uncertainty principle shows us that we cannot simultaneously measure both the position and momentum of a particle with precision. This introduces the idea that there is a limit to what we can know about the universe. Subatomic particles can behave as physical particles or as waves of energy depending on how they are observed. This suggests that reality is not fixed, but malleable. Spiritual teachings invite us to consider that the world we perceive is an illusion, a creation of our mind. Could it be that science is validating this idea? Heisenberg's uncertainty principle shows us that we cannot simultaneously measure both the position and motion of a particle with precision. This introduces the idea that there is a limit to what we can know about the universe. Interestingly, scientific studies suggest that certain states may be related to patterns of brain activity operating at a quantum level. This opens the door to new research that could connect human consciousness with the fundamental structure of the universe. Black holes, studied in physics, are one of the most mysterious phenomena in the cosmos. They are said to be portals to the unknown, places where the laws of physics collapse. Spiritual traditions speak of profound points of transformation, where the soul crosses the veil between dimensions. Could black holes be a physical metaphor for spiritual processes of rebirth and transcendence? The Schumann resonance, an electromagnetic phenomenon generated by the interaction between the Earth and its atmosphere, vibrates at frequencies similar to human brainwaves. Some spirituality scholars suggest that this is evidence of a deeper connection between us and the planet than we imagine. Perhaps this connection explains why practices such as meditation and grounding have such powerful effects. Finally, we must talk about the quantum vacuum, that vast nothingness, which, according to quantum physics, is full of infinite potential energy. In spirituality, the void represents the origin of everything that exists, the zero point where creation begins. This parallel not only inspires awe, but also invites us to explore how our intentions and actions can emerge from this place of infinite potential. When we unite these concepts, it's impossible not to marvel at the possibility that quantum physics and spirituality are not opposites, but two sides of the same coin. Both lead us to reflect on our capacity to influence the world and find our purpose within this vast web of connections. If this video inspired you, make sure to leave a comment so we can keep exploring together. Remember that beyond theories and experiments, these ideas invite us to concrete action, to live with greater intention, presence, and awareness. Both quantum physics and spirituality provide us with tools to shape our reality, but it depends on each of us to take the first step. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. That way, you won't miss any upcoming videos where we will continue unraveling the mysteries of the universe. See you soon, and thank you for being here.